Emmett and Kevin, y'all are completely spiraling out of control. Duda, what will defunding the police really do for the city of Chicago? Candy, why are you still here? And Keisha, she may have had a change of heart. It's episode 2 of The Shy. Let's go. It's a good day to fight the system. To fight the system. It's a good day. It's a good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual living room. It is your girl Lovey, and we are back for episode 2 of The Shy season 4. We got Terrence. Hello, Mr. T.
Yep.
We got Aaron, host of the Beacon of Truth podcast, with the Saturday sit down with yours truly. Hello, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, how are you?
I'm tired. Ask me why I'm tired.
Why you tired, girl?
Because somebody had me up last night doing the Saturday sit down.
Oh, at 8:30, like we do every Saturday.
Every Saturday. All right. Shameless plug.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, episode 2. What saith?
Okay, so was this episode produced by Spike Lee?
Right, with his walk, with the track walking. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, what are we doing here? I'm gonna need the Shy to stick to being the Shy, because we're into episode 2. Last week I'm like, is this Power? This week I'm like, is this Malcolm X? Like, what are we doing? Can we be the Shy? We love the Shy for being the Shy, not for being like anything else. Okay, that's my 2 cents.
What was the title of the episode?
Coolie High.
Coolie High.
Okay. Terrence, what saith?
Let's see what we got here. We got Emmett still paranoid as hell, and and we found out his girl she ain't no good either. So we found out she ain't no good, and poor Kevin. Kevin is he's just going down. He's going down the Ronnie road. He don't know where he don't know where to go. He just lost. And we got Keisha. Who's really confused about what she's gonna do with her child. And I kind of can see where this is going. I kind of feel like she's gonna keep the baby, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna see how that goes. Then we kind of see where Jada. It looks like they're getting ready to write her on out of here. I'm kind of sick of Jada's storyline anyway. I just feel like she doesn't get what she needs. So.
How she go from being one of the baddest chick to well, if you gone, you gone.
Yeah, you kind of see that coming. What do you think, Aaron? What do you think?
Well, when it comes to and I was debating on that. I'm like, okay, so y'all about to write her off, but because it's cancer, and I feel like they have a lot of Black 365 moments. Can she overcome? Can she beat cancer and stay on the show? You know what I mean? Can we have that? Ronnie, he got killed in his own way. All right. He was trying to overcome some things. Like, these folks don't overcome nothing. They just try and die. Like, come on.
It's literally like a modern day Good Times. Like, for real. Like
scratching and surviving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this will be an opportunity for her to overcome it, as well as allow Emmett to kind of grow up. Like, he's dealt with real life situations, but this is your mom. And it's a whole nother scope when your parent is ill. So there's opportunity for the both of them to grow.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just get the feeling. I just feel like Jada was at her, as crazy as it sounds. I felt like she was at her strongest when she was interacting and dealing with Ronnie and the grandma. It's kind of like they just kind of took her down this weird place. Where it's just where she's at the point of no recovery. Like, now she's hanging with the masseuse, and it's kind of like you just feel bad for Jada, because her character is just getting way more sadder, about each season. It's just like she just can't win, you know.
And then I found it odd that she was like, "Well, I get it checked every year." I was thinking to myself, she lying. But then I was like, well, maybe she isn't because she is in the medical field. So maybe she does get it checked out and maybe it has been benign. But I guess maybe, with his persistence, she was just like, well, let me look into it a little bit further. Because, with most breast cancer screenings, unless there's an MRI performed, they're not actually going to, sometimes they don't actually see those cancerous cells. So maybe that's what took place. Yes.
And yeah, and I did appreciate him encouraging her to go and get herself checked out.
Y'all think he really real?
I think he cares. I do. I think he cares. I think it's definitely not at this point. It's not just sexual. He actually looks at her like he wants something else with her.
Yeah, and I appreciated. It took me a minute to realize he was talking to Nene. I was like, who is he talking to about their relationship? But I was like, oh, okay, my bad. But I was pleased to hear it, but I was still shocked too because I it's one of the underlying themes like hoes are loyal. Like, is that what we trying to figure out? Because I mean, I don't know. I just didn't. Wow, but
oh my God, you're right. Because my mouth is wide open. I wasn't expecting that.
Because I mean, think about it. This is episode 2, and now we'd have found some for the streets people. They trying to have some morals. Like, oh, okay, Darnell for the streets trying to have some morals. Dom.
Well, he got that la. He want those honey nut Cheerios.
Log off, sir.
Time out. Yes.
Right. Well, Emmett, can we get Emmett some props? He was being honest. I mean, it was eating him up inside, but he finally came clean.
Yeah, but just first of all, if you gonna tell your wife that you done smashed another chick, you might not want to do it while y'all smashing. You might not want to do it while y'all smashing. And he should have given some context.
Yeah.
Not to say that either way it would be okay, but it's less bad that it was before.
Yeah, because I was like, why didn't you tell her that it was before?
Well, to his credit, she didn't really give him no time, and she couldn't. And like I told you, I did not call it. Did I not tell you she was gonna get with your boy? And you know what? What's crazy is, did she not have some pre-situation up in that area, and then she just went on with the other boy and hooked up?
Yeah.
Disgusting. She needed to get it off.
Yeah. Yuck.
She needed to get it off. She needed her rocks.
Hey, listen, that's
out. Okay.
That was brewing anyway. I just felt like they could have went that route last season.
Yeah, like if you was gonna do it, you should have run on ahead and did it. You know what I
mean?
She
was gonna do it. She was gonna do it anyway.
I was just, I mean, because she literally was like, she didn't really even get mad or nothing. She just like, old boy, come here, because I don't know, he don't have no name on the show, so I just gotta call him old boy. But and I was like, I mean, it was predictable, but I didn't feel like that was really realistic. Like, oh, let me go get this dick. Like, come on.
It seemed to me she would have been a little bit more
needed to get it completely off. Okay, Emmett messed it up.
And where's the baby? Look, okay, I have yet to see any. EJ just gone. Like EJ done pulled the Judy from Family Matters going up.
Went upstairs and never came.
Like EJ is hanging with his other brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because
clearly, because Jada's not watching him. Tiff not watching him. Emmett not watching. So where's the baby?
Yeah, they at the daycare with the other baby mamas.
Oh goodness. Yes.
Being that they were born just fine off of hot Cheetos
and pickles.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh. But I would say that scene, always the scene with Emmett and Keisha is always endearing because they're always open and honest with one another and they give each other sound advice.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They do, but
No
it's kind
matter
of
what
weird.
kind of irrational decisions they make in their own lives, when they come together, they make sense. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But is it me, or does it seem like they kind of? It's almost like they transition from Smash into brother and sister. It's kind of weird to me, their relationship.
I would say yes, they transition that way, but I don't think it's really weird. I think it's healthy, and I think that
I look at it as growth.
and I think that their relationship serves as that kind of light for other people. Like, yeah, you can have a platonic relationship, and you should,
Mhm.
because we should all have somebody. I don't know, it has to be of the opposite sex, but somebody that you can actually be completely open and honest with. Unfortunately, they haven't yet learned to do that within their respective relationships. Obviously, Keisha doesn't have one, but there's
Yeah.
that.
And it's not hard to do because I have a friend where we were the smash and go type. And I was like, yeah, no, I think we should just be friends. And we're really good friends now. What?
Oh,
What's with
okay.
the raised eyebrow? What is the raised eyebrow?
And go from clapping cheeks to, let's just meet up and have a cappuccino. Okay, I got you. Hey, listen,
Yeah.
it's all
From
good.
You,
clapping to capping. All right then.
you saying you saying that's not possible?
It's very possible. I mean, I have that in my life, so I
Oh,
know
okay.
it's possible.
No,
You know,
Okay.
I was about to say, because you make it seem like it's impossible. Because I mean,
Hey.
but
no,
and
no, it
I don't think that it's typical for the man to change it. It generally always comes from the woman.
Facts.
But typically, it's always the woman that changes a smash and go relationship to a platonic one, because the man is like, I'm a smash till you tell me I can't.
well, yeah. I mean, for me, it's just been a little bit of both because dudes get tired too. It's like
What
Do
y'all get tired
y'all?
of?
you know,
Right.
I know from experience myself. You get tired of that. So it's just like at some point, just different phases, because it just really depends on who you're with, honestly.
Oh, the softer
And
side of
and
Spears.
I'll leave it like that. You know,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Yes, for the male's perspective. All right.
that's
Well,
right. I got to speak up for us.
mm,
Got this estrogen up in this room.
gonna have to pick your brain some more
Hey,
throughout
hey,
this
hey,
season.
hey,
Right,
hey,
because you
listen.
had us on pause. Like, wait, do
Yeah,
tell?
yeah. I mean, you would be surprised. Like you'd be surprised how some guys think. Like everybody's not on the beginning level. Some people are intermediate and advanced. And I'll tell you like that. You know, everyone is not a novice. That's
Okay.
novice behavior. Like when you get to a certain phase in your life, you start looking at stuff where you're looking at it ain't just smashing. You're like, damn, I smashed. I could potentially have a baby with this woman. It ain't just
Oh.
which leads to other issues and things like that. So people are a little bit more meticulous on their approach with certain women and whatever. So I know I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you know.
We're gonna come back to that one just more as the season proceeds. Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right.
So what do you guys think or how do you guys feel? um I don't necessarily want to jump into Kevin just yet, but Imani giving Jake the condoms.
I didn't really think nothing about it. I mean, I just felt like she knows he's a young man, and look. And then the thing is, she has an
Man
idea.
from a
Look,
man.
Oh,
yeah, well, that too. And then the fact is, she know how he was raised. I mean, Jake was pretty much
exactly. She know
raised by
his
wolves.
brothers.
She knows.
Okay.
And I'm glad that he's starting to. What's interesting is Jake is more interesting now than everybody else. He's starting to kind of he's evolving. His character is growing. You know.
Except for, oh wait, go ahead.
Judy,
Mm.
Karen.
Becky with the good hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, that was this.
Well,
I think
that's
that was
just
just curiosity on both parts.
yeah.
I don't see nothing real there. That was just curiosity. Check it off my bucket list. Smash a white person, smash a black man. That's it. But I was disappointed that he left Kevin in that room.
Why? Because they not really feeling each other right now.
But that's
Well,
still your boy at the end of the day. And it's, you know what I'm saying, foreign situations. And you sending him in there with money. Now, Jake is from the streets, you know what I'm saying? So even though it was video games, he done been in trap houses, he done been in dice games. Anytime you betting or money is involved, you need to have somebody that's on your side. And to be racist, sorry. Whole bunch of white people, college kids. I knew some drugs was coming up. No, he needed a chaperone. He needed an assistant or something, a teammate or whatever. No, I'm
yeah,
just glad that nothing more than that happened to Kevin because I thought it was gonna go worse than what it did. Cause yeah,
I'm glad that it was just a pill. I thought that it was gonna be lines.
hmm
And I
yeah.
was
Well, he
like,
look, they had that on deck too. Look,
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. But yeah, I was shocked that Jake didn't go in with him, especially when he was all excited. You get paid for you can make a career of playing video games. Oh, word? Oh, and then I was like, oh, he's not in there. Okay.
Jake was on the cat hunt. He wasn't thinking about all that. He like, look, you go do that. I got something else I'm trying to do. You know.
Not the
But
cat hut.
what was not realistic to me though is okay. You got these kids coming to this campus, this college situation, right? So normally, especially minors, normally they would have some kind of resident aide or someone with the kids at all times. Like you wouldn't just kind of unleash them like that. So that wasn't realistic to me.
I
Yeah,
didn't think so.
absolutely.
Yeah, but
Gemma, stop talking.
Child. Like, and then be consistent. Like, I feel like she's wavering. Like, you're pro black and anti black and pro education, and you worked all, you know what I'm saying, worked this far to increase your education, and you have your whole life planned out ahead of you. But then you like student loans. But then insert black moment, like, come through with the facts. Like, yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
your ass still going to college, though. You ain't looking at no vocational or trade school. So you contradicting yourself, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think that once again she is detached from Kevin's situation and she wants him to come up and meet her where she is, but she has not yet one time come down to see where he is, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's that entitled um project thing, like, oh, I'm gonna fix him, not even really that you love him or that you care. It's just, oh, he's got
She
all
don't
these
love him.
problems. No, because she still ain't said it back to him
Mm-hmm.
or even made me feel like she loved him. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was unsaid, didn't she want him to put on for the gram or whatever she was recording that video for?
Right.
He not feeling it, not feeling it. Why didn't you stop recording your video to say, oh, Kevin, what's wrong, dear, or something? What's going on in your mind?
Right. Because he literally went from like happy,
mm,
this sucks, get out my face.
man,
Yeah.
there's so many women like that. Like
Really?
heck yeah. Like people put on like just like the old school look Facebook. I call it fake book because people put up these fictitious situations and they're miserable. But that's typical social media stuff because everybody's drawn into you know everything. It's kind of funny, right? So I took my son. He wanted to go play ball with some of his friends like over this past weekend, right? And this is just and this is just kind of like an eye-opening moment for me. So I take him, he go hoops with his boys or whatever. They at a park. These two of his friends, they're jawing at each other all game, right? One is this tall, kind of lanky Kevin Durant type, frame type kid who actually plays ball. And then the other one is like this old big, old chunky little Beanie Siegel type kid. That's just he's always he just jawing at him, and the boy, the tall boy, he just mentally couldn't take it. So they played a game, whatever, and we're getting ready to leave. And I had to make sure that because it was like me and another parent, and I just want to make sure that they got away home, whatever. And I'm technically responsible for them, during this time. Or anyway, I go to kind of get ready to leave. They're ducked off in the corner, and we in this weird we in this we was playing in a park in this regentrified area. So it's kind of like this intimate park that's connected to this area. So then you had the little guy in the corner with his daughter playing in the playground. So these fools, it's two boys in there out of our crew thumping by the playground, like just beating the hell out of each other. So I go and they were and the other kid is recording. So I immediately, just lose my shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, so I'm yoking them all up, like, and then they just looking at me because I completely changed, because I'm like, this is crazy because it could have went way left. But I bring this up to say these are the times that we're in. Everybody's recording stuff, everybody's putting on something, everybody got to show that they're doing something, and sometimes like it's like people who are truly doing stuff, they not saying nothing about it. It's like you'll know when you get the finished product, but that's the times that we live in. And Gemma just kind of demonstrated some of that anyway, because everything's like, we all happy go lucky, but that boy has been through all kinds of trauma. Ain't nothing happy for him right now,
Right.
but that's where we are.
Yeah. It makes me angry when I'm watching videos and you just see a large crowd of people. Like, I can understand if it's a police situation and people have their phones out. But if it's just regular bystanders, like two people fighting, or, there's an argument that's about to ensue and people are standing around, everybody has their phone out. I need somebody to intervene.
It's
Someone jump
yeah.
in. Somebody be the voice of reason. Two or three people out of this big old crowd. Someone does something. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and that's where I was that day because I sat all their asses down, and I was chumping them. I was man, listen, I'm like, look, Avery is my son, but he wasn't. Unfortunately, he wasn't even there. He wasn't even in that part, so he didn't see any of that. But I damn near was getting ready to jump on all of them because I said this is ridiculous. Because all it took was the guy to call the police because he felt like something was going on. He's playing with his daughter. She couldn't have been no more than two. The little white guy and the little. I said, man, and they are literally thumping by them. Like he's sitting there kind of like this picnic table. They're thumping by the swing, you know, and they going at it. And I come around and I'm like, what? All it took was some officers to come down there and they had backpacks. So where that can go. Like, okay, like I feel because they don't know if they got a weapon in the backpack or anything. It was just messy. But I just sat them all down. I'm like, these are your brothers. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, stop all that filming that stupid stuff. And it's just stupid. But they're young. These are young. These are like 14, 15-year-old kids. I mean, I come up where we did, definitely in Chicago, where it's just kind of like I did stupid stuff, but it's like we just
we
need
all
guidance.
have
We need guidance, and that's all it is. It's just having someone there to kind of check them, you know.
facts.
Yeah, and that's what Kevin needs. He doesn't have anybody to kind of guide him at all because his mama stays confused. Nina is, oh man, that
Man.
Have I not been saying that
she
for the past
she
two
look.
seasons?
You ever seen somebody that have like like the little what's that? The little thought bubble, the little thought cloud that's over. You're like, damn. Can you get a Philips light bulb in your head?
Something.
She's clueless. She has
Clueless.
no idea of what it takes to be a parent, to be an involved parent. Like, hello, is this thing on? Knock, knock, knock.
I mean, she's done nothing to try and connect with him. I get that, he's just having these emotional outbursts and not really saying a lot. He's not talking about it. But nobody has made, I won't say nobody, but let's keep it on Nina. Nina has not made him feel like she can comprehend or understand what he's going through. It's already a different dynamic because he's a black male. And even though he's like 16, 17, at this point, he's a black man, traversing the streets of Chicago. And he just had a police encounter. His mentor was killed, Brandon. Emmett then got married and forgot about him because, he was supposed to step up. He never did, you know what I mean? So he doesn't have an adult like
Male
confidant.
figure.
Yeah.
Facts. It's sad. I feel bad. I feel bad for Kevin. Kevin, I'm gonna need you to. I hope that little pep talk between he and Keisha worked and it sinks in and he wants to do better with himself because I can't. My heart can't take it. Mm-mm.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a path forward for him, and it's just like he's even with the school stuff, he knows he needs to do it, but it's not really. He don't seem completely vested, into
No.
it. It's kind of
Mm-mm.
like it's something I got to do. But
Yep.
yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting. So we're gonna, this. I mean, it wasn't a firework type episode. It was kind of you kind of see where things are kind of going now, though. You kind of
Mm-hmm.
see where the direction is going. So
And then speaking of camera phone society that we're in,
Yeah.
Trigg and outside of the store, we don't even know homeboy's name. He just
Right.
cousin right now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're gonna call him Sweep Along.
Yeah.
Not sweep along.
Sweep Along.
Yeah. He looking what's up with Trigg? You was more together last season. What is up? You looking like a
uh
woolly bear.
Trig is stressed.
he hella stressed. He's
he's
super
stressed.
stressed.
Okay. Well, we'll blame it on stress. And somebody buy Amani a wig.
I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if Levy gonna say something about
Yes,
this.
you know I'm gonna say something about that terrible ass looking wig.
Because
And
her wigs were
she
on
does
point
it.
last season. So maybe she lost her makeup and hair person. I
You
don't
done?
know, but
You done?
what do you mean
You
am I
done?
done? What
You
what
done?
happened?
Are you done with that? Because no, that's not a good excuse. That's terrible.
Have you guys ever seen her without the wig? What what is what does she look like without the wig?
I have. I looked at pictures last season. I can't remember, but I'll definitely do my research. But um no, she's I've always said it. I think her real name is Jasmine, but she's a really pretty transgender male. Male or female? I always forget trans.
Okay.
She is a pretty trans.
Okay.
She's so skinny though.
Oh, she
Like,
is super, super skinny.
Lord,
Size
Can
2.
you please eat?
eat them grits.
Oh, can we talk about the grits?
I was like, what's wrong with putting cheese in the grits?
Nothing is wrong with putting cheese in the grits. Nothing.
Right.
Sugar is the problem.
Yes.
Okay, you don't put sugar in grits.
No,
No.
you don't. You don't.
Yuck.
You don't. Oh, they got me wanting some grits now with some cream cheese. Make it super creamy.
Let's see. All right, well, we know what you're gonna be doing post show.
Right.
All right.
I will be cooking, but it won't be no grits though, because I make some shrimp and grits with them things. It's fire.
I think we need to talk about Jason Weaver.
Well,
What
hey,
is his role?
Welcome back, Jason Weaver.
He is Trigg's boy that just got released from prison.
I see that.
So I get the feeling this is the look the T theory. I
Okay.
think that I get the feeling he's gonna try to move on Armani. I think that's gonna be an issue.
You think?
Yeah,
Duh.
that's
That's
definitely
gonna
gonna happen.
happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, and I think he's probably gonna get back in the streets like with Otis Hot and Ready Perry, doodah,
Mm.
because he's gonna have him doing some dirt because he ain't gonna be able to find any work.
Okay, so here's my question to Trigg. Why would you give him a boatload of money? That's money that he could have stayed in a hotel overnight. That's money that he could have put down for an apartment. Why he got to stay with y'all?
I don't know what that's about. I mean, he clearly has some kind of survivor's remorse, I guess, to a sense. Like he feels like he owes him a debt because he said he took the bid for him. So he just felt like he owes him, everything. So I don't know what that, but I definitely sense a lot of trouble. and
Yes.
confusion. That's for
And
sure.
I even sense some tension between the two of them You know what I'm saying? Because Trigg kind of punked down a
Yeah,
little bit when that dude was like, "Hey, what a Hennessy? I'll
yeah,
get some." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah.
nigga, I
Now he done
know
felt
you owe
bad.
him, and you want to be grateful and all that or whatever, but no, I just started liking you, Trigg. Don't go soft. Don't be soft."
You didn't like Trigg?
I mean, it just took a minute for him to grow on me. That's all. But welcome.
Oh,
He's
okay, because
he's
I was
part of it.
gonna say. Oh,
Yeah.
that was you last time that was like, I didn't know he sang.
Oh
Was that
yes,
you?
that
Yeah.
was me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, please bring back the music.
Uh,
Oh, sorry. Stay
no,
focused.
he got to stop looking like a woolly bear first.
Well, maybe Imani is just too tied up cutting hair for money to cut his for free.
Hmm.
That's what we're going to go with.
Hey, I'm just trying.
That very well could be a factoid. Who knows? I don't know what's going on with that.
As
Maybe,
she
but
riding him, oh,
yeah.
well. Yeah, as she's riding him, she
I'm not touching
she
that.
cut the hair. Just
Oh,
saying.
wow.
In the barber chair.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Peasy indeed. But nevertheless, can we just point out that Kevin Durant makes millions of dollars with his hair looking peasy? So there's
Oh my
that.
God.
But
Definitely.
I have no comment.
Whew.
so what is Duda doing, y'all?
He's on the power. Duda is he just power struck. That's all. He done lost complete. It was never about him doing anything for that city. Just about power. And that's he's showing you that.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing things and not really understanding what comes along with it. Not realizing that, all right, fool, you were in the streets. They know you are connected to this world. So it's like you're setting yourself up for stuff.
Yeah,
De-
definitely.
defunding the police.
Yeah. Yeah. And was it me that did they not connect Jake with Duda? I'm kind of confused on that. Did they not know that he was his caretaker for a good while? He got him into schools and all of that stuff.
Somebody made the connection because one of the questions that the press was throwing out as they were just hollering out questions like they do was, is this retaliation for Jake Taylor? So I don't know. I think that I guess the public is aware of his involvement with Jake, but maybe not the depth of it.
Mhm.
But even still, it's not. It ain't even about Jake. Jake was the perfect excuse. Like, oh, I have an excuse to flex my muscle. And I wonder what Gemma's dad is gonna, what role he.
What is his point? You were
He
a
wants
donor. You endorsed. Why are you here, sir?
Well, he feels like his word carries weight in that city, and he wants those damn Olympics. That's his objective. He wants those Olympics coming to the shot. And he feels like if Duda, basically he wants him to follow the agenda. He don't want
Yeah.
him rocking the boat, doing all this crazy stuff, because then they can never, because especially if crime gets ridiculous, then they damn sure can't have the Olympics, because you can't have the tourists and spectators coming to a city that's under siege. So that's not what he wants.
What
And I
is
kind of I kind of get the sense that Rosalind, I kind of see them
I
two
be
linking
forgetting
up.
she got a name.
Yeah.
what did I
Yeah,
have to
I
think
keep
like
thinking they're gonna link for some reason. Her and because she it's something about those two together. Like they're gonna conspire to do something, get dude out. It's something with them two as a team.
what is
I
Gemma's
just,
dad's role? What is his name? He don't even have a name.
his name is
Gemma's
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 dad.
dad.
Just
What
like
is
we,
his role?
well, that's what he is. He's an endorser. I mean, he has all the money to make things happen. I mean, it kind of, he can fund his own agenda. He just, uses people like pawns, not necessarily in a bad way. I do think that he has a positive motive, what I mean? But he just doesn't have the political means. So he gets behind whomever he thinks can bring about the agenda that he's looking for. So I don't think that he's crooked or that he has any sliminess involved with him, and I don't think that he's 100% comfortable getting behind Duda. He just had the one, or he was the one that could potentially win, and like Duda said, you just didn't want to work for a woman. Probably not. I don't
Mhm.
think that Jim is dead. Really. Mm-mm.
I get it.
Right. But I mean, so I get that. I mean, and ultimately, that's the way it should be. Not from the money standpoint, but from a voter's standpoint. Hold the people that you get elected, hold them accountable. Like, hey, this is why I elected you, and this is what I expect. And on a side note, sorry, it's a lot of black moments in here. Um, what I the thing that concerned me is that yeah, okay, he put out the famous phrase defund the police. And then you started to see all this lawlessness, the police harassing and going out of control and things like that. So I'm concerned that the perception is going to be that this is what's going to happen if you defund the police.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be chaos. I mean, it's probably going to be chaos and throughout the rest of the season of this particular this year, this year or whatever. But I feel like, excuse me, I feel like he's definitely he's definitely expanding his list of enemies. So just like how we saw in the first episode, we saw like it's almost like who shot him. Now at this
Mm-hmm.
point, anybody
It could be
is a
anybody.
suspect. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then with the defund the police, there's already the notion of people roll. I won't even say they know what it means, but they're going with the misunderstanding of the police. They want to take away the police altogether. And with that particular connotation connected to it, now you got police and people just running rapid all in the streets. So yeah, I think that's kind of going to be the message that's going to be sent throughout the season.
Yeah, and that frustrates me because it definitely was just stated defund the police and all this stuff happened. They didn't nobody elaborated as to what defund the police really means.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, defund the police is not the same as disband the police.
Right.
And it does not mean taking away policemen's salary, that they're not going to get raises or that they're not going to get paid. Like nobody is saying we want a volunteer police squad. You know what I mean? It's about just reallocating the resources.
But he did kind of touch on what areas are going to get funded. He did say that. But I do feel that you're right. He could have expounded a little bit more by the meaning of defunding. Period. Yeah. Candy, why are you here?
Again.
You dry ass.
Super. And I was just like, Imani's voice is softer than yours.
I did not sign up for this.
Yes,
Girl,
you did.
I can walk faster than your speech.
But that's what he said. He said, "Yes, you did."
Right.
Yeah.
Child.
Yeah. So y'all really don't like
No. She's a horrible actress. You are so dry. I can't. I can't. Candy, go home. Like, or just don't say nothing.
Look, she need to go home, and Gemma Florida Evans' ass need to go home.
Thank you.
Did we say she looked like Florida Evans last
Florida Evans. She done had the Frederick Douglass. Like, come on.
Yes. I can't.
Damn.
I can't. I can't. I cannot. Then she got the nerve to have
the little part.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay. All right, Gemma. You still talking. And you still talking. And you still talking. We didn't went to 3 separate locations. The library, walking on the campus, to in like a foyer somewhere. And you're still talking. Okay, Gemma. All right, girl. You don't even hear yourself.
Right.
I'm surprised he just didn't turn around and say, shut the fuck up.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Right. He was like, I'm just tired of you talking.
Or hit her with some twisted tea. It's a
But Candy though. So first of all, we already established she can't act. Her lines are dry, whatever, and even her reactions. Like, and she tried to have a one-liner or a moment. Don't let your what she say? Don't let your gut get you killed. But even her delivery, because that could have been a lot more powerful. It could
Yes,
have been like a
it's.
moment.
I'm so glad you said that because I was thinking that. I was like, now, if I were in that position, how would I have said it? Don't let your gut get you killed. Look how
Right.
that
There was
came
no
out.
intonation at all.
Don't
Don't
let your
let your
gut
gut
get you
get you
killed.
killed. Like you literally are we still doing the what they call it? The tryout? Whatever. Like the screen
The
reading?
audition.
Yes. Okay, this
Don't
line.
don't let your gut
Right,
get
right.
you killed.
Okay.
Oh my.
You wrote.
Till you do right.
She would do
Uh,
great in a period piece.
she would do great in Charlie Chaplin. Like mine, like don't talk.
Do not go.
You know what? I'm so done with y'all.
I mean, I can't. It's awful because I
It's
was like,
horrible. It's getting progressively worse. It is. It's just
and
like,
they keep giving
man.
her more lines. I'm like, oh. When
Hey,
they
listen.
cut to that scene and it was just the two of them, I say, oh, here goes some bad acting. Go to the bathroom now. They build in bathroom breaks for you. Like, oh,
The
He's,
intermissions.
yes,
he's like, just cut. Let's see Maisha and Papa. Like, just
yes.
let's move
Oh,
on. You know.
see, okay, Sister Soldier, I see you, girl. Yes, with your flows.
Okay, come through with the black bars. Okay, baby.
Right.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and she hit so many notes in her little 16 bars, though, at her 16 years old, or however old she is with her young
Mm.
self.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was grown shit right there. I was
Yeah.
just
He's
like,
talking about her life. So he's talking about
her,
what it was.
right. I mean, it blew
Mm-hmm.
Papa's mind, and
Yeah.
he was like, I think he about to fornicate. Like,
Wait a
He,
minute. Listen, I was like, man, if I would be like, man, you could get it.
they ain't gonna make it to marriage. So she keep on rapping. They gonna be wrapping it up. Shit.
and it's like Papa wants to. It's so sad with Papa because he wants to attach to somebody real. Like as far as people and the expectation how he holds people and things, he really wants things to. He lives by that. I hope things go the right way and they should go the right way. And Maisha kind of like, she don't. I love the way how she handles him because she basically let him kind of be in a cloud, but she ain't trying necessarily. She's not going to be the one to bust his bubble, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or just kind of like put a smoke screen over it. She's going to kind of let him experience whatever it is, and she'll pick up the pieces, if need be, So she's going to be a good woman for him, if they last.
Yeah. And I appreciated her saying because like when Papa was like, oh, you gotta I thought you were my Coretta. That doesn't mean I can't be honest. Like, man, let me tell you, I wanted to come through the screen and like high five sis because some of the men folk, okay, think that in order for you to support them, you have to agree with them. And I'm like, no. If I really love you, care about you, support you, I have to be honest. I have to be able to tell you the truth now. Because if this doesn't work out, not the relationship, but whatever we're talking about, like that moment falls apart for you, you're going to look back at me and be like, why didn't anybody warn me? Why didn't you say something? But you weren't open to receive it. So thank you, Maisha, with your 16-year-old self. Yes, help the grown women.
Absolutely.
I hope
Absolutely.
Van Jones does show up though.
I wonder if they're building up for that. Now,
Oh.
all skin folk ain't kin folk, because Van Jones, he's sometime on the Negro front. Girl, please.
Oh, don't.
Van
How
Jones.
dare you?
Vanishing Jones.
He come through with some facts and don't
Oh,
come through with no actions.
the shade.
Okay, this is just Coretta being honest. Okay. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, he works behind the scenes.
Making money.
Well, maybe he needs to get in front of the scene.
He ain't trying. Right. He ain't trying to make no movements.
Mhm. I mean,
You
like
should
love.
see my face. Oh
Look,
my
2 + 2
We
is
do.
4, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
god. Well, God bless Van Jones and his appearance on Red Table Talk.
Mm.
Right.
Oh, but I love Papa and Maisha.
I
They're
do.
good for each other. I do hope that they go the mile. I do.
Yeah, like that. Like the show has to end with them together. They cannot break up. I think out of all of the things that can happen in the show, if Papa and Maisha do not make it, it's over with. The show is over with. That's the only positive thing, like consistently positive piece of the show. Everybody else has moments. You know what I mean? But Papa and Maisha are the one constant.
I would like to see Papa get tested though.
What you mean?
Like another girl step to him.
He ain't done that.
How you know?
He like, I'm sorry, I'm only for my queen. My
Yeah.
queen is over
And
here.
I think he could break out of that. Somebody can break that.
I don't think so.
Mm.
It'll probably be Gemma.
Ugh. Good. And moving on.
Move it on.
Well, we gonna see more of that next week.
What?
Which part?
Gemma and Jake talking.
Oh, you are. Oh, so you doing the I have a thing looking ahead. I ain't looked at it.
No, I didn't look ahead. It was
Oh.
just a preview for next week.
Well, I think part of that only reason is because Kevin's just kind of pushing that way now. He's just kind of like, so.
Mm.
And she can't when you really think about it, like she can't really attach to anybody else. Like, and Jake, I don't know why, but because he called her, he's quick to use that negative B word, all the time. So who knows? Who knows?
Okay.
But they're young
They
and
are
dumb. So
young. They are very young. I would agree. All
How
right.
are we at the prediction piece or where we at?
Yeah, we can. You got a prediction?
Oh wait, hold on. Let's pause real quick. Was anybody else's feelings hurt when they went to this class reunion and it was 1998? Forget that they was dressed for the 70s.
It was Cooley High.
Forget that. That's fine. That made sense. But I thought it was gonna be like 1967, maybe even 1980 something.
They were not playing any Drew Hill. They were not playing any Nelly. They were not playing any nothing. What?
No, ma'am, you are missing the 90s. Point. Cause I be feeling like these people on the show are like older, not old, but older. And then y'all gonna go to the 1998 class reunion? Like, motherfucker, I graduated in 99. Fuck you mean? Don't do that. Like, no, whenever you see a class reunion, it's supposed to be back in the day, not my day. No.
Well,
do
I'm
a
class of
reunion.
'95, so I didn't feel any kind of way. I just felt like it was just
it was dead.
Cheesy little
it was
reunion.
dead.
It was hella dead. I was like, it's all like 18 people in this damn place. What is going on?
But the women look good. Nina looked good. Even what's the girl? Dre looked good. There's some pretty sisters. And
I didn't even see Dre.
Jada looked good.
How you not see Dre? She was in a suit.
She's the one.
Oh, that's who was in the.
That was Dre.
Oops. Oh, okay. I guess
what was that? Burgundy, red or burgundy? Yeah. How you not know that was Dre?
And then Nina Dre that was smashing the girl that was known for taking Jada's boyfriend.
That was hilarious. That Suede.
But I'm a little confused. How did Jada not know that old boy didn't had his time around town? You should have known that was going to be one of the consequences.
Well, not necessarily. She damn okay. Let's put it to you this way: she damn sure didn't suspect that her old nemesis would have been the one he got with. So that's
fix your face. Why you look like that?
She didn't know that was gonna be the girl. Like that. What are the odds of that? It's like, all right, I know he's a masseuse and he's getting around doing his thing, but damn, what are the odds he's gonna be with somebody that I have an issue with? Right?
I think it could have
Right.
been suspected.
Right.
Right. Like you gonna try to be frozen. Like we ain't fooling with you.
No, no, I'm sorry. I can't go with that. If I know you going around and and you're well known in the city, how do I not? How could I not expect for me to run into at least 3, 4, 5, 25 women that you then give happy endings to?
Right.
Hmm.
I think it
I'm
was
just
to be
saying.
expected because just the way that the city is, it's like Atlanta. It's a big small
It's
city.
it's a little big city. Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? And the fact that it's so much time has passed. Now, if it was relevant, like the reunion we graduated 5 years ago or something, maybe not so much. Maybe you ain't got around like that. You'd have been out, but please. Mm,
How old is that boy? Like 25?
no,
He's what?
no.
He's like Emmett's supposed to be like what, 22, right? Or something like that, right?
He that
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie about nobody age
I
because
want to say Emmett got to be early 20s. So he said the guy graduated with him, right? And
young?
if that's
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
I,
I would
I'm thinking
say
25 at
yeah.
least.
I would say 25. Yeah. Let's go. Well, could it be 25?
It's got to be about that
Or
because
maybe 23, 22, 23. Because it wasn't that long ago that they were all in school, though, too, right?
who?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to call him by his real name. I was about to say Jacob Emmett.
Yeah,
He's
cause
cool.
yeah, cause Keisha was he okay? He's older than Keisha, right?
He's older than Keisha.
By a year or so.
Something like that. Yeah.
I
And
wouldn't
if
say, I don't think he's 25, though.
okay,
Early.
Maybe. Maybe. I think that'll be a stretch, but that's a that's a big stretch, though. 40. She probably like 30, between 38 and Jada, 38 and 40.
Hmm. Yeah. Jada just wanted somebody to love. That's all it is.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Any predictions?
More confusion.
Okay. That's a good prediction. Yeah.
Keisha
You
gonna
would
keep
be
the
accurate.
baby.
She's definitely gonna keep the
Oh,
baby.
I don't think so because Tabitha is not, we're not done with Tabitha.
I mean, yeah, okay, well, you may not be.
Tabitha just gonna be the daycare, but Keisha gonna
Yeah,
keep the baby.
Oh, I think she's going to give the baby to Tabitha.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that heartbeat was a turning factor.
Yeah.
It changed Kevin and it
Hmm.
changed Keisha.
Yeah.
Nina, she irrelevant. She ain't got no motherly bone in her body to even feel one way or the other.
Yeah, because she didn't even like touch Keisha
No,
until Kevin came around and touched her.
like, oh yeah, that is my child too. Oh yeah, you're right, Kevin. Let me follow your lead.
She's still trying to figure out that her daughter's pregnant, but keep it moving.
Yeah.
She's like,
Mm, well,
okay,
this is weird.
Oh,
But
okay.
and then just the way that Kevin kind of slinked, he's like, oh wow, it's real. When she answered the baby's heartbeat, and then they just kind of all sat there listening to the baby's heartbeat. That's when he walked over. He was like, okay, and in that moment, I felt like that they both decided she's keeping the baby. I think he's prepared to be an uncle, and I think that the baby kind of plays into a little bit of their attachment issues or lack thereof, because outside of that baby, Kevin don't really have nobody that he's for real attached to. Gemma, come on now, he just love her for lack of a better word. You know what I'm
because of the
saying?
cookie.
If that.
Well, it was before the cookie. It was just somebody that was stable, that was consistent.
Nah, the cookie helped it. The cookie adds the cloud to your thoughts.
She probably got some,
Nah.
but yeah, move on.
But again, so he doesn't have any real connections. I mean, at best, you could say Papa, but I mean, that's a dude. You know what I mean? And Jake, I mean, not Jake. I was bring up Jake. Kevin and Papa are friends, but they haven't really been talking. Like we haven't even seen any of those magical Papa moments between him and Kevin, where he's dropping some science or giving him some advice. Kevin has really been going through a lot for the most part by himself. Keisha has no other attachments at this point. You know what I mean? She's not dating anybody. She's super pregnant. Again, Nina, she is a motherless child. Okay, like Nina. No. So I think that baby is going to be a bridge a little bit and bring Kevin back to reality a little bit because y'all know he had control. And then Keisha just having that motherly light bulb come on right now.
So I predict that Tabitha will get the baby and she's going to leave the window or the door open for them to have open communication with the boy or girl. That's my prediction.
Okay.
I think she's going to get that baby. Period. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like with her going through a pregnancy like that is just that attachment there is just an experience. Like, I don't know. I just don't see her giving the baby up. Even in that was probably the initial plan. It just kind of like it's kind of like when you get with a woman that says she's going. That's why they try to do abortions as quickly as they can. When it's like as soon as you can, because once they establish that there's a heartbeat and all of that stuff, it just
I think
emotion.
it'll be kind of predictable if she keeps it because we always see stories like that. Oh, just as soon as the mother hears the heartbeat, of course, it changes the dynamic. I get that. But I think in the story, not even saying that, it wouldn't be too far fetched for them to go in the predictable route. But I think it'll be too predictable for her to keep it. I hope she'll have some sense and realize you are carrying a killer's baby, a man's baby. Genetically speaking, that could be passed down. So no, why would you want that?
Well, you know what? So now that you say that, it's definitely going to be a boy, and that's probably what she's going to see. The guy that's probably why she don't even want to know the sex of the baby.
Mm.
Because if it is a boy, the boy has a high chance of being exactly like her her rapist.
Yeah.
Which can cause further trauma, especially as the child gets older.
Facts. All right. Well,
what about Jake and Gemma? I mean, obviously they're headed in that route, but what's going to be the outcome of that?
Them kissing in the stairwell.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond that moment, that's clearly where it's headed. What does it mean for Jake and Gemma? What does it mean for Kevin and Gemma? What does it mean for Jake and Kevin?
It's not gonna go nowhere with Gemma and Jake. She talked too much. He gonna turn around and be like, shut the fuck up. And
she gonna like it.
Yeah.
I mean, most do. Yeah, when you get that resistance.
A young girl, and he's gonna try to, show that alpha male type, with her, that control type piece. But they're kids. I mean, it'll start off something. I mean, initially, I think Kevin will be mad at Jake for a little while because he was crying. They showed in the beginning, so how he was crying. I think he was hurt, but eventually he'll get over it and then move on.
Is it going to be a catalyst for Kevin to go further off the rails? Because again, that's his only. Again, I just said that's his only attachment. Is that raggedy Gemma?
Well, shit. Look, he drinking and popping pills, so so she ain't doing too much.
Right.
So no, I don't think that. I think his stuff ain't. I think he's just dealing with that trauma, like the shooting of the boy, and then he lost Brandon, and then now the police. He got PTSD at what 14? How old is Kevin? 14?
No, he got to be like 16, like 15, somewhere between 15, 17.
He's got to be about 17 because he just had it. Yeah.
Okay.
And what was his birthday when Keisha was missing? What birthday was it? Was it 16th?
I don't remember.
13, I thought. 13, 14.
No, he went.
These boys are not no dang on 13. They older than that.
Okay, well, it's got to be 6 because that was last season.
It was.
So
It
it's probably
was.
16 then. He had to be 16, I think.
Yeah, they got to be anywhere between 15 and 17, but I would say more so 16. Um, I was gonna say something. Forgot. Oh, I just hope that some type of opportunity is given or presented to Kevin to kind of wake him up. Here are
Yeah.
two of my predictions. One, an opportunity ensues. And two, I really hope that Keisha really gets to him about going to go sit down and talking to someone,
Yeah.
even if it's together or on an individual basis, something. But I really do hope that some form of an opportunity. My biggest prediction is that some form of an opportunity comes up for him that kind of wakes him up and wants to bring him out of where he is. Because Keisha is planting the seed. Look, I'm supposed to be away at college, and look where I am. I need you to do better. Come on now,
Mm-hmm.
get together. I'm snapping. I can't snap, but
What's gonna be the outcome between Tiff and Emmett? What are they gonna do? Is it gonna be is she just gonna, I mean, are they over? She gonna come
No,
back?
no.
she gonna try to keep that to the vest, and I mean they shouldn't have been together in the first fucking place, but it is what it is. I mean, Emmett's trying to do right, but at the same time, Emmett is just dumb as hell. It's just some things, just like man, if it's kind of like you have to weigh that. It's always that you have to weigh that option. It's just kind of like, all right, is it beneficial for me to really tell her if I'm done? I know I'm not going to be doing anything with this woman, and the woman clearly ain't saying nothing. Do I really want to even open that up? Like, why? You know, it didn't make sense. Because she could have clearly, if Dom was going to do that, she would have already done it. You know, but she wasn't even looking at Emmett like that. She was looking at Emmett like, look, I'm just using you to come up. Like, I see you. I'm trying to get my customers. Like even before when they first hooked up, it was just kind of like just something to do. It wasn't like it's like she had to be with him.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, I think that he had to do it for his own sake. And I think it went the way that it did because he didn't do it for the right reasons. He did it for his peace. He didn't do it for hers.
mhm.
Because it was to the point where, first of all, oh nigga, you ain't finna be all up in me hollering out another nigga name. Like, I don't care if it's your daddy or whatever. That's not gonna work. Can we just speak on that? Like you clapping cheeks, as they say, calling a nigga name?
Right, right.
Cornell, whoa, no, nigga, no, you can't, no, hell no, something's not right about that.
Hence
You
the
up in
reason why
here?
she needed to get her rocks off. She went and got it. I mean, granted, she may have had the pre-cum shot up the club, but she had to go get the
She was
real shoot
wrong.
up.
Love, love. Listen,
What?
she ain't. Look, she for the streets too. Like Emmett just gotta. You know what's so crazy? Keisha would have been ideal for Emmett. She got sense. You know, she's about one of the most sensible people on the damn show. Like everybody else, for the most part, it's not a whole bunch of light brights in there at all. Like everybody just kind of just dim.
Yeah,
Just cut the camera off. Like it's just crazy. Like so, it's like when they showing these shows, I'm like, damn. Like, are we all? Is that all we got? Like death and dumbness. Is that all? Is that all that's to us? In the shot, like, and I take it personally because I'm a native of Chicago, so it's like, damn, like, is that what it is? So
So, what side do you know what side of Chicago this is?
so it's supposed to be South Side, but I rode and actually saw the last time I went up there. My brother he had took me by. It's on the I want to say it's on the west side where they shot it, where they shoot it at. Yeah, because he showed me the grocery store. Like they showed me the set where they have it all. It's either the west or the north side. I can't remember, but it's not shot on the south side at all.
no, I'm pretty sure.
So, and that's where I'm from. I'm from the south side of Chicago. So, yeah, so it's not on that side at all. But I mean, to most people, I mean, if you looking at it, I mean, shit, you see, it's the same type shit. Like as far as grocery, like storefront type, the architecture, the structures is all pretty much they're simple.
Yeah, but as
Alleys.
far as the characters, we all know an Emmett, a Jada, Tiffany, Kevin, Keisha. We all know people like that. But it's whether we have to decide as to whether or not we want to be a product of our environment. Because if that was the case, I know plenty of people like that back home in Oakland. But I was like, I refuse to be one of them, wheelchair or not. I am not about to be a statistic. No, ma'am, no, sir. Got the hell up out of there.
Yeah, you just I don't know. You just it's interesting because, like I said, I was kind of funny thing was like last season I was like, man, I'm like I was really getting ready to just stop watching the show. I just felt like it didn't have any direction at that point. I'm like, it was boring to me. It's just kind of like the characters just didn't keep me engaged. Like, it's kind of like when we watch, how you watch Power, and then it's like everybody's like, Tariq, no, 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 but it's like it works eventually as long as you got strong enough characters to carry a storyline. But I think when
Yeah.
you cut characters out who are truly pivotal to your storyline, it messes. It just you
Yeah, a lot of
changes things.
people felt that way about The Shy last season. I heard multiple reactions were saying that, oh, this is boring. Oh, I've lost interest. And then also with Power, with Tariq's story. Um, I think we may have even said that too, Aaron. We didn't know whether or not Tariq would be able to carry the story,
Yeah.
but he stepped up. And
Mm-hmm.
he totally carried that torch throughout the whole season where we like, this cannot be the one and only season of Tariq. And
Right.
sure enough, public opinion has now brought back another season. So we need to find out what happens with Tariq.
Hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you got to make sure, and that's why it's like when you writing these stories, you got to make sure they're kind of airtight and
Right.
almost like a backup plan because these actors will say, hey, you know what, I'm out. Like, so you got to be ready. It's kind of like you have to be prepared for an exit, so to speak, because
Yep.
anything can happen. Uh, a woman can get pregnant and not come back, like main characters and different things like that. Just different stuff happens. You got to be ready. So, but I think hopefully I hope this next the next kind of episodes kind of pick up a little bit, and this one kind of it started off kind of hot and then it just kind of so I
What
hope it
went?
yeah I hope it just kind of let those charcoal briquettes kind of heat up a little bit more, going forward. So we'll see how it all shake out.
All right. Any parting words, Aaron?
Yes. So, one, I do kind of agree that this episode was a little slower, but I feel like I feel like this season will be a roller coaster. So you know how you hit a couple of twists and turns, and then the roller coaster be like, oh, okay, woo, we made it, and then it's something else. So I'm thinking that that's kind of how the season is gonna go. And then as far as long term for the show, I don't know how long they can do this, but I mean, I do hope at some point that they allow the majority of the characters to grow in the shot. I hope that the narrative doesn't end up being that you have to get out to make it, because everybody can't get out. Everybody can't leave. And I just don't want the overall message to be, if you don't get out, you gonna die or you can't thrive. That's my
Mm,
2 cents.
Good
I like
bullet
it.
point. All right.
I
Good
like it.
period. Yes. Great way to
Yeah.
end it. Black
Okay.
365.
I'm
Ooh.
not fooling with y'all.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Definitely continue to keep checking us out right here on YouTube, as well as Pop Break TV and popbreak.com. What are your comments about this week's episode? Was it a little dry for you? Was it a little slow? Or was it just right? Was it a Goldilocks method? All right, good people. Yeah, we will see you next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Peace.